So, Mark, what we want to do is we want to move beyond signals. SunGard has made a major commitment into analytics in higher education with signals.
Yes, they have.
And you've been brought in to head a whole new area that is focusing on business intelligence as a new product line. So let's talk about the future of business intelligence and analytics in higher ed.
Okay.
What do you see happening?
Okay. Well, a very exciting, robust field right now, analytics in general. I'm encouraged and excited by a lot of things that are happening in the field right now. We've seen, from an industry perspective, what I call the miso soup vendors, the Microsoft, IBMs, Oracles, and SAPs make amazing acquisitions, and it seems they're making acquisitions left and right. How that applies to SunGard is we believe, and we've been in the business intelligence arena, analytics arena for a while, and we started by building our framework from a foundational layer. It was an operational data store and a data warehouse, because it becomes very difficult when you have disparate data all over the place to be able to get the quality and the consistency and the governance. Now, we have really made a serious investment from business intelligence this year, and are continually making this investment on our performance management suite.
Right.
So what we've done is about a year and a half ago, we had a product called Recruiting Admissions Performance. And we decided to bundle, based on how the market wants to consume an analytical package around a specific need set. Recruiting Admissions Performance had the dashboards, the scorecard capabilities, the ad hoc reporting and analytics, and some of the Cognos functionality built into a package so you could look at everything around recruiting, admissions, and performance. This year in 2010, we brought one new product to market so far called Advancement Performance Management, and by the end of the year, end of December, we're going to have a third performance management suite called Student Retention Performance that we're very excited about. And I think that is an exciting component that we're continually building out that around a bundled need set for an analytical perspective. But what does the market hold for us? Which I think was your original question, which is very exciting. We are in an industry that from a sophistication perspective is very much focused on what is happening or trying to find out what has happened from a market perspective. And we see predictive analytics as the key to being able to not just see what is happening and what has happened, but to really start to see models for what will happen. And then most importantly, how do I deductively reason or change or influence those outcomes?
Right.
And we see predictive analytics as a core component to that. So we are going heavily into predictive analytics. I think we're going to build it as a stack and as a platform where you have your operational data store, you have your warehouse, you have your reporting, you have your performance bundled together. So we're able to bring everything together to be able to deliver that predictive analytics.
And the interesting things about how this plays out on campuses is the institutions that are investing in this are not taking a one-vendor approach.
That's correct.
They're often taking a multi-vendor approach. What are your perspectives on that?
We believe in the multi-vendor approach. I believe for the future of business intelligence as it applies to higher education, it's going to be very difficult for any one vendor to dominate the field. And so, to leverage that in a program and fashion where, if we really boil it down from the technology, that's probably about 20% of the analytical solution. There's so many different components out there. There's the organizational component. There's the governance component. There's the strategy component that all need to be fashioned in a way in a multi-vendor environment to leverage the assets that already exist so we can drive more productivity forward. It's not about taking existing assets from one specific vendor, ripping it out, and putting it onto another platform. It's how do we use what we have to effectively get the most value out of what we have. And that doesn't mean spending more money.
Right. Now, the interesting thing, your background is from outside higher education.
That's correct.
And so you've got experience with commercial applications of analytics, which do a much better job of data mining and really scraping and scratching to find out unexpected truths about customers and behavior. How do you see those sorts of things applying to higher education?
Well, I think that there's some very interesting trends right now from a market perspective as we look at commercial. As I mentioned earlier, we have all the big vendors, the miso soup vendors, the Microsoft buying everyone. Every single week there's a new acquisition. But I think in general, there's an interesting trend that I'm starting to see emerge, specifically here at EDUCAUSE, where we have the launch of more zero-cost types of scenarios. And I think that's really exciting for the industry. Again, in a multi-vendor environment, there's room for that. And I think that we're seeing massive commoditization happen. That it's not about the tools or the cost of the tools. It's about what are you doing with the tools and what's the algorithm or the analytical model that you can have that is going to bring you the most value. And so that's an exciting trend that we'll be able to take advantage of. But I think that as we see more acquisitions in the marketplace, we definitely see a lot more opportunity pop up from smaller vendors that we're eager to work with.
The days when a BI tool vendor can charge a premium price for a tool that's not part of an application. It doesn't have all the pieces put together. It doesn't have ETL, data warehouse, OLAP, and BI, and the visualization layer. People are more sophisticated now.
They're a lot more sophisticated.
And the price points are coming down.
Price points are coming down. And also, if you think about this classically, especially as you apply it to commercial business, there were a lot of people that were very reluctant to go with the new innovators in the marketplace. And I think that the market, really, if you look classically over the last 10 years, has radically improved and matured. And there's new innovation that's coming out that is disruptive. And that model from a zero-cost level is a disruptive model. And clients are more apt to be able to take on a little bit more risk because there's a lot more innovation that they can gain. I think that's exciting for the market. It's all about unlocking this information. I mean, that's what is truly what we're at the heart of right now. It's unlocking the information and being able to use this information to be more data-driven and create more effective and efficient decisions in our operations.
Well, I can't wait to get this interview up online. We'll have a written version of the interview. Will be up tomorrow morning.
Fantastic.
And the video will follow soon thereafter. I wanted to invite you to send me any case studies, white papers, or other materials that you'd like to feature. We'll put it into the public forum on Action Analytics, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the public forum for further conversations.
Absolute commitment. I think it's a fantastic thing that you're doing here. I know the industry is energized about it. I know you're energized about it, and I think there's never been a better time, at least in my professional life, to see how analytics is helping shape the future for higher education and for the world in general.
Mark, thank you.